My friends know that I'm one of those weirdos that's still into the VHS thing. Now, I don't go out of my way as much as I used to get a bunch of VHS tapes, but if I run into them at a yard sale or a flea market or something of the sorts, and they're cheap, as they should be because they're VHS, I'll get them. And I had a friend that ran into, like, I guess a pawn shop that was still selling VHS tapes, or maybe they finally decided they didn't want to sell them anymore, so they were just getting rid of them. So he was nice enough to get these for me, so I figured I'd go through the box here, and there's quite a few, so I'll try to speed it along a little bit, but I figured I would show you what he found and what was out in the wild at the local pawn shop, apparently. Number one is good old Patrick Lusser's Dragula 2000. Now, I have this on Blu-ray and maybe even on DVD. I watched the Blu-ray. I know Echo Bridge sent me the Blu-ray to review back when they were actually sending stuff out. And I watched it, and I wasn't very impressed. I know it had sequels and stuff, and Wes Craven presented it, which Wes Craven, in his later years, maybe didn't present as much good stuff as he used to, but it is what it is, but it's cool to have the VHS tape up, at least, especially when it's sealed. So whoever had this before must have knew Blockbuster Video. Blockbuster Video, get this. Dracula 2000, Blockbuster Video, November the 5th, 2001. It actually has the thing on the back there. So, as I was saying before I seen that, is whoever had this before must have kind of knew what they were getting their hands on and didn't bother to open it, which might be a pretty logical choice. Up next, in the Wes Craven still theme here, we have Scream 3. And I have Scream 1 on VHS. I have Scream 1, 2, 3, and 4 on DVD and Blu-ray altogether because I really love Scream 1, and I actually love Scream 4. Most people don't, but I do. Scream 3 and Scream 2, not my favorites, but hey, it's cool to have it because it's Wes Craven. Moving along. The Bride of Chucky. Yes. I seen this. This actually has a VHS with extras on it. It has some bonus footage on it. I seen this when I was in high school, but I don't remember much about it. I know a lot of people love these, and I love, like, what is it, Seed of Chucky and all that. And I have one DVD. I haven't watched it since I bought the DVD set, and I may get around to watching this eventually, but it'll probably be the DVD if I do watch it. But this was here, and this is cool. But like I said, a lot of people love this one more than I do. I'm more of a Child's Play 1, 2, and 3 kind of guy, but if you like that, then, you know, hey, more power to you. Here's a cool thing here. I don't know if this is a VHS box set, and I don't know if it originally came in this case that doesn't tell you what's in it, or they was just nice enough to stick it there at the place. But it's Die Hard 1, 2, and Die Hard with a Vengeance. I actually don't have any of the Die Hard movies, so this is pretty neat. And Die Hard 1 is a personal favorite of mine. I used to watch it on HBO when it used to come on all them years ago. I watched it probably 4 or 5 nights in a row back when it came out. A good Christmas movie, Die Hard 1. I have never seen Die Hard 2, and I've never seen any of the other ones after Die Hard 1, so I can't tell you if they're any good or not, but I do love 1, so at least that one won't get wasted out of this set, and especially, you know, it'll get some play since I actually don't have it anyway, so I'll be turning to that to watch that. Here's a neat little find that he got here for me. It's the unrated original cut special collector's edition of Jason Goes to Hell. Something's rattling in there. I don't know what that is, but nonetheless, here this is. As you know, there was the DVD version that was R-rated, and there was the DVD version that was uncut. I have the DVD version that's uncut. At least I believe it's uncut. I know in the box set, though, the Blu-ray version of Jason Goes to Hell is actually, I think it's actually the R-rated version, which is odd, but here this is, and it's uncut in VHS form. Maybe it's rare. Is this rare? Does anybody know? Is that rare? Probably not, but it's always fun to ask, isn't it, when you're talking about a VHS tape? Here's 2 that I actually don't have on DVD, so I was actually happy to get these, even though the director isn't necessarily everybody's favorite, but it's Jeepers Creepers and Jeepers Creepers 2. I seen these back when my friends used to just go out and buy random stuff. We didn't see these in theaters, but he bought the DVD of 1 and DVD of 2, because we didn't know anything about Victor Salva or any of that stuff. We just knew, well, these are new, let's try them. And I remember really liking. I think I really liked the first one. I remember the ending kind of was like, well, that's how we're going to end this, huh? And then part two, you know, I don't remember a lot really about part two, but I think I liked it more or less. Might be a good time to go back and recheck those, because like I said, I actually didn't own either of these on DVD or VHS before. At least I don't think I had the VHS, because I have some of these that I can't remember because I got so many of them, but that's cool. I can go back and watch those. Moving along. Now let's see, I'll do these two together, since they're, you know, sequels to one another. We have The Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal. Hey, I really like Silence of the Lambs. I think most people do. Everybody must have. It was nominated for Academy Award. It says so right on the box. But like I said, that's a good one. Hannibal, I think I've seen Hannibal one time. I don't know if I really liked it that much, or maybe I saw Red Dragon. I didn't like Red Dragon that much, but I saw one of them besides this. But this one's, at least you know you're getting quality out of this one. Move on here. Here's some here. Stephen King's Pet Sematary. Now this is another one that I actually did not have on DVD. I don't have it on Blu-ray. I need to change that. I need the DVD or I need the Blu-ray. I'd like to have the Blu-ray, but DVD would do, because this is a really awesome movie, and I don't have that on any other format but VHS. There's a lot of cool Stephen King stuff that I don't have on DVD, but I have on VHS for some reason, like Salem's Lot, Tobe Hooper, Stephen King, Salem's Lot. I have it on VHS, but I don't have it on DVD either. But at least, you know, these do count too. If you're a movie collector out there and you're like, well, it's just a VHS, they do count. They do count for the collection. It's another movie on file now, if you are able to actually find a good program to keep them on file. Here's one that looks really cool. I don't have it on DVD. I don't have it on Blu-ray, and I don't think I'd ever heard of it till now, but Creepy Crawlers. Check that out. See that? Even if the movie is no good at all, you can't take that away from the cover right there. So it's worth having, if for nothing else than that. Creepy Crawlers. Spartan Home Entertainment. This is another one I think on Blockbuster too. So, and these are all good tapes. Like this one thing. A lot of times you can go to the yard sales, or you can go to Goodwill or something. You can get these tapes, and a lot of times you have mold on a lot of them. None of these had mold. These are all good quality tapes. As we are hitting the home stretch here. It's stuck. Hold on. A double feature VHS. Terminator and Terminator 2, which is kind of cool, because you remember a while back when I had that eBay haul, I talked about things not working out with Terminator 2, but I did have Terminator 1, now I've got Terminator 2 and Terminator 1 on this very cool double VHS set. I have a Chuck Norris one like this as well, so I like these big, bulky VHS sets here. Love both these movies, obviously. I even like Terminator Genesis this year, that a lot of people seem to hate, so that's cool for me to have. The last two here. And the first one, I'll just kind of, you know, just breeze by this one. This is another Blockbuster home video from June the 12th, 2000, and the price tag on it was $9.99 when they were trying to get rid of it. But it's House on Haunted Hill, the remake. I'm pretty sure it's a remake. I've actually never been a big fan of House on Haunted Hill, either version, Vincent Price or other, which probably made a bunch of thumbs down on this video. But I don't know, these haunted house movies, I'm not really much of a haunted house guy. I think like the only old school haunted house type story that I've seen that I actually really enjoyed was a recent watch. It was that Ghost Story, the Scream Factory Blu-ray for Ghost Story. I really like that. But stuff like this, especially this, a lot of people love it, but not me. But still cool to have, because I didn't have the DVD of it or anything. Now the last thing here was a movie that I guess got crapped on quite a bit when it came out. I was all about it myself. I remember buying the toys. McDonald's even had a game, and that's Dick Tracy. This was a movie that was based off of, I believe, a comic book. As a kid, I wasn't aware of any of that. It's Warren Beatty. It's Madonna. It's really an all-star cast. Al Pacino and people like that. And I think kids, if you were a kid during this time this came out, I think you're a lot more fond of this than maybe most people are. And I remember McDonald's even had like those scratch-off games and the toys and the Happy Meals, and I was so hyped about this movie when they announced it as a kid. Bought a ton of the action figures, but I didn't have the Blank action figure. I think it was called the Blank. Been a long time, but that was actually collector's edition, or collector's item, I should say, action figure of the Blank. But I did have Dick Tracy and Lips and Mumbles, and of course Dick Tracy. I had that, and the Bum. Remember the Bum was controversial because like Walmart, or people at Walmart was like complaining because it was a homeless person or something like that. But the movie didn't blow a lot of people away. I think one of the biggest problems with the movie is, spoiler alert, they kind of killed off all their bad guys in one movie. But that is cool to have, and this is another one of those that I'm ashamed to say that I didn't already have. But at least, having this is like a flashback to my childhood, I guess, when I was a kid and rented this the first day. I had this reserved to rent it the very first day it came out, and it's cool to have that. So maybe I'll go back and revisit it and see if it's as good as I thought it was when I was a kid or not. But that's the load there, and a big thanks to my friend that found these for me and picked them up. And I guess I'll see you guys some other time.